All right, let's get into it. Today, we are unpacking the story of artificial intelligence. And really, it's a story about three things: absolutely explosive growth, some really mind-bending economics, and a global competition that is, no joke, reshaping our world in real time. So let's dive in.
Way back in 1999, one of the founders of the internet said this, and it just perfectly captured that dizzying speed of change. But here's the crazy part. What felt like dog years with the internet, well, AI is moving at a pace that makes the entire dot-com boom look like it was standing still. It's a whole new kind of fast. So, Act 1, we're calling this the unprecedented ramp. Every chart you're about to see basically tells the exact same story, just straight up and to the right. This is all about the sheer, undeniable momentum of AI adoption and the insane amounts of money being poured in to fuel it. Okay, to really get a sense of the speed we're talking about, just look at this. ChatGPT hit 100 million users in about 2 months. 2. For context, you've got giants like Netflix and Instagram. It took them years to get to that same number. This isn't just fast, it's a completely new category of technology adoption. We've just never seen anything like it.
And it's not just about getting users to sign up, it's about how intensely people are using these tools. Think about this. It took Google 11 years to hit 365 billion annual searches. ChatGPT did it in 2. That is 5.5 times faster. People aren't just kicking the tires, they're integrating the stuff into their daily lives at a truly historic rate. So what's fueling all this? Where is the money coming from? Well, right here. In 2024 alone, the biggest names in tech cranked up their capital spending by 63%. They poured a staggering $212 billion into the servers and the chips, the raw infrastructure that powers this whole AI revolution.
Okay, Act 2, the AI cost paradox. This is where the story gets really, really interesting. Almost weird, actually. Because the economics of AI, they just don't follow the normal rules. It all builds to this central riddle that kind of defines the entire industry right now. So here's the paradox in a nutshell. On one side, the cost to train a brand new, top-of-the-line AI model is absolutely skyrocketing. I mean, we're talking billions. But on the other side, the cost for you or me or a developer to actually use that model, that's called inference. That cost is collapsing. It's plummeting. So let's look at the training side first. Just a few years ago, a big model might cost tens of thousands to train. Now we're at hundreds of millions. And we're already hearing talk that the next generation of models could cost $10 billion to create. The price of that raw power is just climbing this insane exponential wall. But then you have this. The cost for a developer to actually make a call to an AI and get a result back, that has dropped by over 99% in just a couple of years. It's wild. What was once super expensive is now so cheap it's almost free. And that's exactly why we're seeing this explosion of new AI-powered apps everywhere. What's so fascinating is that this isn't some new 21st century idea. It's a classic economic theory from the 1800s called the Jevons paradox. And it's simple. When technology makes using a resource like coal back then, or AI compute today, way more efficient and cheap, we don't end up using less of it. We end up using way, way more. And here is what that paradox looks like in the real world for a company at the heart of it all. Even with billions of dollars in revenue coming in, which is amazing, the estimated cost of just the computing power needed to run their services is even higher. That red bar for compute expense just towers over the blue bar for revenue. They are burning cash at a rate we've never seen before. Which brings us to Act 3, the new AI space race. Because this economic tension, these soaring costs to build and plunging prices to use, it's the perfect fuel. It's setting the stage for a fierce, multi-front battle for who will dominate the next era of technology.
And you don't have to take my word for it. Meta's CTO, Andrew Bosworth, he frames it perfectly. This is a modern-day space race. The stakes are absolutely geopolitical, the competition is global, and as he points out, the key rivals, especially from China, are proving to be extremely capable.
And you can see how quickly this landscape is shifting. Based on current trends, while U.S. companies would probably still lead,
Look at that growing slice of the pie being captured by Chinese rivals. They are gaining ground fast on the global stage.
So this race is really being fought on three main fronts. First, you've got the incumbents, Google, Apple, Meta, and their huge advantage with billions of built-in users. Second, you have the incredible disruption from open source models that are totally free to use. And then third, you have the big one, the overarching geopolitical race between the US and China.
And the pace is just frantic. This hypothetical timeline, which is based on the current release cadence, shows what a single quarter could look like next year. You'd see major model releases dropping from both US and Chinese companies almost every week. This isn't just innovation anymore. It's a full-blown arms race for pure capability. And this competition, it goes way beyond just software. It's happening in the physical world too. I mean, look at this. In 2023, China installed more industrial robots than the rest of the world combined. It's such a clear signal of a massive national strategic focus on AI-driven automation. So, all this brings us back to that central, nagging question. In a world where it costs billions to even compete, but prices are in a race to the bottom, who actually figures out how to build a sustainable, profitable business? The answer is, well, it's far from clear. And right here, you can just feel the pressure. Companies like OpenAI and Anthropic, they're generating billions in revenue, which is frankly incredible. But then look at how much capital they've had to raise, tens of billions. This massive gap between what they're earning and what they've raised creates this immense pressure to find a winning business model and to find it fast. So what does it all mean? Well, this AI boom is clearly way more than just another tech trend. As Stephen Hawking warned us, the stakes really couldn't be any higher. The outcome of this race, defined by its incredible speed and these paradoxical costs, could truly be the biggest event in the history of our civilization. Or, as he said, it could be our last. Thanks for joining The Explainer.